a beautiful King Air U-21. So this King Air came originally from a factory with the square windows. And it's no big deal if you're staying low and if there's no pressure, but as soon as you pressurize this aircraft, the stress will be in the 90-degree corners, and that's when the fatigue comes and the cracks come. So this particular airplane, somebody just taped it out and painted that from the outside. It looks like it's a round window. It looks like a pressurized aircraft, but it's not. The paint, it doesn't. We know it doesn't make it pressurized. The whole structure must be different to be a pressurized aircraft. And as Christians, if we are pretend to be pressurized, we pretend to be within Christ's body, that's not gonna do anything. The painting Christianity on our lives doesn't change us, doesn't make us Christians. Only when you're built for the pressures, whenever you in Christ, that's the only time we can withstand the higher altitudes and the pressure that comes from within, that can break the whole aircraft apart, and can break our spiritually apart. In our lives, we get filled by either fear or love. And that pressure from with us, it's either going to break us or comfort us. And with all that going on with COVID and elections and just the everyday hardship that we go through, there's no way, there's times that we were filled with fear, even as believers. And I like how Paul in 2 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 5, he says, "For we came into Macedonia, we had no rest, but we were harassed at every turn, conflicts on the outside and fears within." Even Paul is saying we had fear within. What he saw was going on around. If Paul felt fear, then there's no way that we're not gonna have fear. But one thing that Paul has different than as believers, as Christians, born again believers, we have that pressurized aircraft that was designed, instead of painted, it was designed to withstand pressure. So even whenever fear fills us, it cannot crush us from inside. Like that balloon in the air that pressurizes it, it cannot break us from within. But one thing that is I love in 1 John chapter 4, that says, "Perfect love casts out fear." So even if you have the fear that's inside of you, if you're not with Christ, if you're not in Christ, the fear will break you apart. And another thing, that love that's within us will cast that fear away. And sometimes we think, okay, where does the love come from? If we read farther on in verse 6, "But God, who comforts the downcast, comforted us by the coming of Titus." So the love that casts out fear comes from other believers. Whenever we introduced ourselves to open up to the church, we open up to our mentors, to our friends, to our disciples, they are through love that comfort us. It's not us who comfort other people, it's the love of God in us that casts out fear in other people. And I'm sure you guys know Joyce Lynn that died in Indonesia in the aircraft crash, the Kodiak that went under the water. And she, out of all the people, she knew about fear. She knew about leaving everything and going over the seas. She knew about flying alone, flying a bigger aircraft. And I remember whenever I met her at your church almost 3 years ago now, how excited she was to serve other people, to comfort other people. And I got to meet one of the MAF staff. One thing that he said, it was she's in the hearts of many people that she got in contact with. That love that overflowed through her was able to comfort a lot of people and cast out that fear. As believers, that's what we're here. And when unbelievers see the perfect love and they question what's going on, how they're so different, that we should be doing. We should be comforting each other through love that casts out that fear that might be in a lot of people right now. May God bless you. Be a comfort to somebody this week to show that perfect love through Jesus. And remember, nothing can crush you whenever you're in Christ.